Life on Earth has been canceled in order that we may bring you the following bleak look at the future.
What would happen if aliens came to Earth to try to find the person in charge to learn about Earth's culture? What would happen if those aliens got it wrong?
I mean, how stupid is your species? Space jail? Baby Fark McGee's axe?
Find out in today's video.
Space cash is only worth what you as a planet decided it was worth.
Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the long-awaited return of Macabre'Gorium Lab's Showcase of Things Likely Forgotten, Nickelodeon edition. My name is Bats and today we're going to take a look at a long-lost and probably forgotten Nicktoons Network series of shorts called Leader Dog. It's a dog's life.
Nick, Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon.
For today's video, the topic is actually so rare, we're going to have to take a trip back to the Macabre'Gorium Lab's Media Museum, or as seen in our What a Cartoon Show video. And so here we are at the Macabre'Gorium Lab's Digital Media Museum of Lost Media and Other Weird Things That Would Have Otherwise Been Forgotten Vault, or the MGLDL. So this is the Macabre'Gorium Lab's Media Museum, or And thanks to the power of editing, here we are, back in the Macabre'Gorium Lab's Media Museum. Now, let's dive into the year 2004. Way back in 2004, Nickelodeon had recently relaunched its 24-hour animation channel, Nicktoons Network. It would feature two original series, Tortellini Western,
which we will be covering soon,
and today's topic, Leader Dog. Created by Larry Schwartz, written by Nick Malice, and produced by Animation Collective, Leader Dog was a series of 1 to 3 minute cartoon shorts that premiered on Nicktoons Network on April 18th, 2004 with a grand total run of 13 episodes. Larry Schwartz, who was best known for his cartoon Kappa Mikey, which we might cover, has said they wanted to create something original but familiar. He wanted to use the Flash animation style with loving and memorable characters like in the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons and older Saturday morning cartoons we all grew up watching. Now before we dive into the actual show, let's get to know some of the characters. First up is Leader Dog. Of course our first character is the one and only Leader Dog. Leader Dog is a brown, short-haired dog with a large blue nose, and he's voiced by Larry Schwartz. He is a smart, spunky junkyard dog from Earth that becomes leader of the planet Zmed. Maybe we better put like Zmed, because that kind of sounded weird.
I did, yeah.
Next up, Dave and Blark. Dave and Blark are the aliens that abduct Leader Dog. Dave has blue hair, green goggles, green gloves, and a black spacesuit, while Blark has green hair, blue goggles, blue gloves, and the same spacesuit as Dave. In addition, Blark is the funny, happy alien, with Dave being the serious one. Next up we have King Adrian. King Adrian, the leader of Planet Zmed, sent Dave and Blark back to the planet Earth to abduct the leader. He has light purple skin and is most often seen with a red king robe and a gold crown on top. He instantly likes Leader Dog, and as a testament to his intelligence, he's quick to listen to him regarding Earth culture. And finally, Prince Guz. Prince Guz is the son of King Adrian, and he's a light purple alien with 2 spiral antennae coming out of his pointed head. He is used to getting his own way and is very spoiled. Guz doesn't like Leader Dog at all, so he tries to take over Leader Dog's position as leader of Planet Zmed.
With these character descriptions, I can't wait to find out what the show's about.
The premise of the show was some aliens, Dave and Blark, who were assigned by King Adrian to bring back the Earth leader that everyone follows. However, when they get to Earth, they see a talking dog who was escaping the high-security animal shelter at the time and therefore has a lot of dog catchers chasing him. You can see where this is going. This confirms to the aliens that the dog must be the Earth's leader since so many people are following him. Dave and Blark capture the dog and take him back to their home planet where the citizens decide the dog should be their new leader. So they decide to call him Leader Dog, and they want him to teach them about life on Earth. And just you wait, because you're not going to believe some of the silly stuff that happens in this series. The main problem with Leader Dog teaching these aliens about life on Earth is the fact that, quite simply put, he is a dog. He can only teach them things that dogs do, such as drinking from the toilet, playing dead, and burying bones.
While researching this cartoon, I very quickly discovered it is a very obscure and rare cartoon. I mean, it doesn't even have a wiki.
That's right, Goat. In fact, some of these episodes couldn't be found at all. That being said, we were able to find a few episodes, so let's check out what we do have. And we begin with episode 1, Eau de Toilet. This episode starts with King Adrian asking Leader Dog about soda as it is filled with bubbles and sugar and caffeine. Leader Dog states he has a better ice-cold drink and he runs off, with the king following close behind to drink water from the toilet. See? Told you. Soon the king and other Smedians start drinking from their own toilets. The citizens of Smed are drinking water from the town fountain and a mom is giving her baby water in a bottle. As the trend takes off, Blargrucks, the toilet water shop, begin opening everywhere. Leader Dog worries about all the Blargucks and asks why people are paying for toilet water as it is free from the toilet. After receiving a toiletino, he admits it is a lot better than the toilet. Yes, I just said toiletino. Let's move on. Episode 2, The Postman Never Rings Twice. While this episode is listed on the Lost Media Wiki as found, if you try to watch it on YouTube or our personal sources, you will quickly find it isn't available anymore. This episode would pretty much feature Leader Dog going on the same stereotypical antics with a postman. There really isn't a whole lot more to say. Episode 3, Nobody's Drool. In this episode, Planet Smed is going through a heat wave, and Leader Dog is seen having his tongue hanging out, like dogs do, drooling. After explaining to the questioning aliens why he's doing this, he explains that the drool keeps him cool. Dave and Blark try to join him, however it doesn't work for them as they explain their bodies simply don't make drool. Dog offers them some of his from a puddle on the ground, which they quickly scoop up and toss into their face, which they do find refreshing. I love this show. So stupid and awesome. Next, King Adrian is on his throne with Leader Dog above him, drooling on his head. The Smed newspaper notes that the drool craze is sweeping the planet. As the demand for drool takes over, Leader Dog talks to King Adrian and finally admits that this is disgusting, right before the episode ends. Episode 4, Who Buried the Bone? In this episode, Leader is teaching the king how to smell the grass as they search for a bone. The leader digs and finds a bone after all. The king unveils a fossil mount of the Narctellus rex. Leader then demolishes the mount by going for the bones. To be fair, he does ask the people from Smed if they want any. When no one says anything, he remarks, "More for me," and the episode ends. Episode 5, Fetch Lives. This episode opens with the king trying to bark, with Leader Dog telling him it should sound lower. Meanwhile, the king drops his scepter and Leader Dog runs and brings it back and asks the king to do it again. Leader Dog tells the king that it's a game called Fetch. The king brings Fetch into a stadium and Fetch turns into something of a football game when the episode ends. Episode 6, Worst in Show. In this episode, the king is telling Leader Dog that he has done so much for Smed, there must be something they can do to pay him back. However, Leader Dog just says not to worry about it as he loves living on Smed. But the king will not take that for an answer, and gets Dog to tell him what he would like. Next, we see a dog show in the Smed Stadium, but there's only one contestant, Leader. Leader has to jump through a ring of fire, pass a grooming test, a personality test, and a bathing suit competition. Because why not? Of course Leader Dog wins as he's the only contestant. He gives his thank you speech as the episode ends. Episode 7, A Poop by Any Other Name. In this episode, Leader Dog has to go to the bathroom while hanging out with King Adrian and his guest, but he isn't let out. After warning the king that if he doesn't let him out soon, the king will regret it, he then proceeds to leave a very large, stinky poop on the floor. I'm telling you, these are the reasons why I love old school Nickelodeon. It doesn't get any better. After King Adrian asks Leader Dog what he just did, Leader comes out timidly from the pile and says they should have let him out. While King Adrian's guest is horrified, King Adrian thinks it's a sculpture and begins playing with it. The king then asks Leader Dog about what his next sculpture will be. The episode then ends with Dave and Blark going around gathering up all of Leader Dog's poops. Episode 8, Life's an Itch. I said itch. In this episode, Leader Dog goes to the bathroom on a poisonous bush and starts to scratch. It ends with the citizen thinking that Leader is dancing, so they eventually all join in, creating something of a dance craze. Episode 9, TV or Not TV. After a lot of researching, we found that this episode has been lost to time. Even on the Lost Media Wiki, this episode was listed as lost, so unfortunately the only thing we can do is speculate what we think it was about. Let me know if you remember this one down in the comments. Episode 10, Planet of the Chimps. In this episode, space chimpanzees come to Zmed. They were sent from Earth into space in 1964 as part of a top-secret Soviet program to put primates into space. They're understandably confused as to how an Earth dog is on Zmed. Once they find out Leader Dog is the leader, they try to take over. Dave and Blark come along and ask Leader Dog about this. They are told that the chimps are house pets and describes what dogs do on Earth. The episode then ends with Leader Dog retaining his position as leader. Episode 11, Halloween. Again, unfortunately, no matter how hard we tried, where we looked, or where we tried to find it, this episode is completely lost. But our guess is, with it being a Halloween episode, it probably had Leader Dog telling the king about trick-or-treating and scary costumes. I actually might remember this one. I think he explained that the monsters were terrifying. Let me know in the comments. Episode 12, Play Dead. This is another episode that is shown as found on the Lost Media Wiki, but the link doesn't go to the episode anymore. However, judging from the title, Leader Dog would have been teaching the aliens about playing dead, and hijinks would have surely ensued. And the final episode, Episode 13, Dog Food. We see the king and Prince Guz eating while Leader Dog paces back and forth at the table. You know, like dogs do when you eat anything at any given point. The king points out there is a chair for Leader Dog at the table with a pile of food just for him, so he doesn't have to beg for food anymore. After sniffing the food, Leader Dog asks what it is. They call it ooze meal. Leader Dog tries it and hates it immediately and says he's going to barf. The king doesn't understand as the food is their national dish. Leader Dog says it's time for a change and hops into the kitchen with the king and Prince Guz following. Once in the kitchen, Leader Dog is dressed as a chef and tells them he is a master chef. This is going to be good. After cooking, Leader Dog brings out 3 plates. The first is bone burgers. The second is trash can casserole, and the third and last dish is shoe leather surprise. Why not? Prince Guz says he won't try any of it, but the king says they should at least try the food so they don't offend him, and shoves a spoonful of casserole into Prince Guz's mouth. Leader proudly says it has all the major food groups: meat, dairy, bread, and dirt. Leader starts to get sad since he sees the prince doesn't like the food. Even when the king tries to reassure Leader that the prince does like it, Leader says nothing makes a chef happier than a satisfied customer. So in conclusion, Leader Dog opens a restaurant called Leader's Restaurant with a sign that reads, "All food now with 30% less dog hair." Unfortunately, no one comes to the restaurant since the menu has dog-inspired dishes. The end of the episode simply shows a sad Leader Dog saying he thought at least one person would come. These shorts didn't play on a regular schedule, but they were shown periodically throughout 2008 on Nicktoons Network. At one time, there was discussions about turning this into a 30-minute cartoon, but due to lack of exposure and interest, this unfortunately never came to be. Here in 2025, we have tons of cartoons to watch, with more coming in all the time. It would be nice to see animators coming up with some new, fresh ideas that animation studios would actually take a chance on, instead of rebooting beloved classics. I also kind of agree. I don't think this show got the exposure it deserved. It was a lot of fun, and each episode was tons of laughs. Somewhere around here I have a case of VHS tapes, and I'm pretty sure we recorded just a few of them that were nothing but Nicktoons Network, so I might, and I'm going to have to look, it'll take a while, but I might have a couple of these lost episodes. We'll see what happens. And I really liked this show, but now you know what I think? I just gotta ask. Did you ever watch Leader Dog on Nicktoons Network? If so, what was your favorite example of Earth culture as told by a dog? If not, what was your favorite childhood snack, toy, show, movie, or other memory? Do we forget anything, get something wrong, or leave something out? Can you find the missing episodes anywhere? Do you have a suggestion for a future video, or maybe just want to drop in and say hi? Either way, feel free to head on down to the comments section, because most of the time we look forward to hearing from you. And with that, unfortunately, we've come to the end of another Macabre'Gorium Labs Nickelodeon edition showcase of things likely forgotten. My name is Bats, and I hope you had a good time today as we took a look at Leader Dog. It's a dog's life. Be sure to check back next time because you never know what we have in store, and as usual, think for yourselves, be excellent to each other, and keep it creepy. We'll see you soon. No, don't drink that.
Your species and your planet is hereby forever blocked off and barred from the rest of the universe. Goodbye.
Hey, thanks for checking out the video. We had a lot of fun with this one, and I kind of wish we could have done more with it, but there just wasn't a lot of information. And while we're here, I kind of want to give a shout out to our patrons, Corey Backus, Viking Woman, Bill, Matt H, Woodstock, Boss Mike, and Joshua R. You guys are awesome. And check out these links for another video from us, or one from our partner channel, Bats from the Grave. Keep it creepy, and we'll see you in the next one.